So this is yet another billionaire that has been jailed.
In China.
He's a Chinese-Canadian, actually.
Okay.
So they went after technically a foreign citizen, right? Mm-hmm. Xiao Jianhua. He was one of the richest people in China, if you really counted him as being a mainland Chinese person.
Right.
And he was a business tycoon, right?
Right.
He just got sentenced for 13 years in prison, okay?
Okay. Probably for wearing that outrageous hat combination with that yellow
all the other pictures
hoodie.
I saw of him were much more normal, and I chose this one because it made him stand out a little bit. He looked like he was...
They were like, you cannot wear that. Those two colors clash, you're going to jail. No, but
sure.
seriously, what's the reason that he was put in jail for?
Potentially, we don't know, actually.
Okay.
Potentially for harming the country's financial security.
Okay, was he smuggling money out, probably?
I mean, who isn't at that level? Let's be honest.
If you've got any kind of billionaire who's got houses and real estate in Canada, Chinese billionaire, well, that's because they moved their money out of China to buy that real estate and to move their money out of China. It's very common. It's over the past couple of decades, it's been one of the most popular ways to get your money out of mainland China is to essentially buy yourself a Canadian citizenship.
Yeah.
Go and invest, buy real estate, launder your money through the casinos, whatever. There's all sorts of ways to do it. They've busted a lot of scams, a lot of immigration scams. And that's where a lot of these rich, corrupt officials and corrupt businessmen who do a lot of weird bribery and theft and stuff, they end up in Australia and Canada mainly, and California, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So the court fined him $950,000 and then 13 years jail, and then his holding company, which is called Tomorrow's Holdings, for $8.1 billion US.
That's a lot.
He was number 32 on Forbes' rich list, by the way. This is not like a guy that went to go buy a house in Canada, dude.
Right.
This is like
he bought multiple houses. He bought he bought those like big condos and stuff, and he probably built them there. Yeah.
In fact, well, I mean, in China as well.
Yeah.
So he was in bed with banks, insurers, and property developers as well.
Yeah.
And so this holding company, I mean, it says that he gave shares of stock.
Yeah.
And then real estate and cash and other assets to government officials worth $100 million.
Right.
Up until 2021. So, I mean, we're talking
bribery.
about... Yeah, I mean, it's also just how things work in China, and they go after people that get too big. And the real takeaway from this is that China, under Xi Jinping, does not like powerful people.
No.
And he gets rid of them. He's intimidated by them. He doesn't I can tell you this. He doesn't understand wealth. He doesn't understand things like this.
Sure.
He's bringing back state-controlled assets that really hurt the country in the past and moving away from privatization, the thing that was China's strong suit.
Yeah, that's what gave China what it has today.
He's taking that away, and he's hurting billionaires in the process. Oh, cry me a river, it's billionaires. But it's indicative of a larger problem.
Yeah, look, it just shows you the lack of freedom.
Yeah, and the vying for state control.
And the absolute control the state has over the people in China.
That's correct.
And how they go after them even if they're abroad. And they usually use coercion by going after their families.
That's right.
And there's this thing called transnational repression, which is used against people like us as well, okay? But mainly against dissidents and other Chinese people abroad, is they will find ways to destroy their lives, silence them, force them to come back to China, whatever the case may be, by using sort of devious means.
That's right.
You know?
I actually think he looks awesome with that outfit.
You do?
Yeah, it looks cool. It's very unique. It's fresh.
I feel like there was a sale at Gap or something. And he was like, ooh, that's in the
Gap.
bargain
That doesn't
bin.
look like Gap to me.
Whatever, like it's...
I mean, it's outlandish.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it's cool. Because like all the other pictures I found of him is just a dude in a business suit.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So you prefer creep shots of him on his day off reading a book?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't read a book while he stands up outside?
Yeah, in a yellow hoodie. I mean, a bright orange, neon orange hoodie.
A natural
and
shot.
a red beanie.
Yeah. Anyway, poor billionaire in jail.